Text 17. His transcendental acts are magnificent and gracious, and great learned sages like Narada sing of them. Please therefore speak to us who are eager to hear about the adventures he performs in his various incarnations. Okay, so this is also a question which is sort of combined with the previous one. So let's go to those questions.
This is the Leela avatars they want to know. First is Purusha avatars they want to know.
Yeah, just one second. Right, so what's the ultimate good of the people? That's the 9th verse. Essence of all scriptures, that's the 11th verse. Then for what purpose did Lord Krishna appear? That's the 12th verse. And then what kind of pastimes and expansions perform in relation to creation? That is the 17th verse.
Purusha avatars.
Yes, this is the Purusha avatars. And the next verse is the next question. That is, what are the activities of his incarnations? 18th verse. Of course, it has come before also incarnations, but
where is this written in relation to creation in the 17th verse?
In the 17th verse,
Which verse?
17th.
about the adventures he performs in his various incarnations. Of course, it's not specifically mentioned, but
Adventures, right?
This adventures means Leela avatars, Guruji.
this is what the acharyas are saying.
Okay.
And you can see in the purport also, you can see the material creations are manifested for some time. Prabhupada is also talking about material creation. Manifest as perverted shadows of the spiritual king can be likened to cinemas. They attract people of less intelligent caliber who are attracted by false things. So this Vishwanath Thakur is mentioning. These questions are basically based on what Vishwanath Thakur has given. So here you can see, this is directly taken from Vishwanath Thakur. So he says, describe the pastimes of Krishna who has all the avatars within him. And then describe the stories of the avatars.
In text 18, it's really mentioned Leela in the Sanskrit.
Yes, in 18, yes.
They cannot ask two times.
Avatara Katha in the 18. So 18 is talking about incarnations in general, and the 17th is specifically talking about in relation to the material world. So that's Purusha Avataras, and this is Leela Avataras. So that's how the Acharyas are explained. Okay, so that's the 18th verse, that's the 5th question. And then 19th is actually an important verse, 19 and 20. Okay, let's recite 19. Vayam tu na vitrapyama uttama shloka vikrame yashrunutam rasagyanam swadu swadu pade pade. We never tire of hearing the transcendental pastimes of the personality of Godhead who is glorified by hymns and prayers. Those who have developed a taste for transcendental relationships with him relish hearing of his pastimes at every moment. So that's why they are saying we are asking all this because we want to hear. We relish hearing at every moment. Pade pade. So the subject matter remains fresh even after repeated readings. Prabhupada writes in the purport, anyone may read the Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam repeatedly throughout his whole life and yet find in them new light of information. Mundane news is static, whereas transcendental news is dynamic. In as much as the spirit is dynamic and matter is static. Now in this connection, you can read one very beautiful purport. How this subject matter will always remain fresh. You read 4th canto, 30th chapter, verse number 20. So 4:30:20. So you read this purport and come next time. We will discuss on that. And then 20th verse. Kritavan kila karmani saha ramena keshava ati martyani bhagavan guda kapata manushaha. Lord Shri Krishna, the personality of God, along with Balram, played like a human being, and so masked he performed many superhuman acts. And so they say, therefore we are very eager to hear about all this. 21. Knowing well that the age of Kali has already begun, we are assembled here in this holy place to hear at great length the transcendental message of Godhead and in this way perform sacrifice. 22. We think, okay, let's recite 22. Tvamna sandarshito dhatra dustaram nistitarshitam kalim sattva haram pumsam karnadhara ivanavam. We think that we have met your goodness by the will of providence, just so that we may accept you as captain of the ship for those who desire to cross the difficult ocean of Kali which deteriorates all the good qualities of a human being. So they're accepting Suta Goswami as the captain of the ship to take them across this difficult ocean of Kali. And then finally, the last question and the 23rd verse. Bruhi Yogeshware Krishne Brahmanye Dharma Varmani Swam Kashtam Adhunopete Dharmakam Sharanam Gataha. Since Sri Krishna, the Absolute Truth, the Master of all mystic powers, has departed for his own abode, please tell us to whom the religious principles have now gone for shelter. So this is the last question. Thus end the Bhaktivinoda purports of the first canto, first chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Questions by the Sages. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Samved Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Thank you very much. So that's the end of the first chapter, and tomorrow is a holiday. Holy day.
Okay.
The essay
Essay is question